Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon and today I'm bringing you the video for the how to set up, play and review for the game Gamer Over, a Game Fair murder mystery. Now you may have noticed I've actually had this game for quite some time because this was first unboxed and received, bought, ordered, all the rest, picked up from the 2018 Spiel Fair, which obviously you might recognise there. And this particular game, I finally got around to playing it at a gaming convention. I played at the UKGE 2022 gaming convention. And if you want to check out other stuff from that convention, you can check it out on my playlist. That's for the UK Games Expo 2022 playlist. If you are interested in seeing how to set up, play and review for other stuff, then by all means, please ensure that you go over to that playlist as well. There's also the AmassGames playlist this will be in, and a few others, I believe. Right, including, of course, Mystery Escape Room in the Box. Now, depending on the number of players, you're either going to be playing as a 7 or an 8 player team, or I say team, or against each other potentially, and you are going to set up slightly differently. There is some errata to do with some of the cards, which I'll get onto, but you will need to look that up online on BoardGameGeek as an example to go to it. It is a 4-round game. We are all going to be given information, and what's going to happen is don't want to reveal it, but cards are going to be given out to individual people, and what you're looking to do is there's going to be this murder, and you're going to figure out who is the murderer, and obviously what's been occurring, basically. There's some things I don't want to say, such as the certain stuff you want to try and find out because you want to know that to the end. And again, this is spoiler free. Aside from that, everybody's telling the truth unless otherwise stated. So for example, the murderer will always lie. So you can ask them questions, and I'll give an example. I happen to say to someone, oh, what do you know about that person? Oh, well, I don't know. What do you want to know? Oh, were you good friends? And they might say, oh, well, I barely knew them. But someone else, they might say, well, I believe that, you won a competition with that person. And they can say, oh, yes, that is true. So we all have different information, and everyone is going to be handed out one of these pieces of information, which I won't open because they are unique. And it's basically an example of what has been occurring at this fair to lead to that murder. So you can have that secret, and inside is going to tell you something about what has been going on. So in this instance, just to show you, everything is, in this instance, is all the same. So you've got the cast of the characters, who the people are. I happen to play a very quiet person. We have like Z Healy, obviously not Z Garcia or Sam Healy. We have Inca Grand, basically, I think Inca Marcus Brandt or Inca Brandt. We have various other people you might recognize as well. So, Todd Nassel, etc. So lots of quite well-known names which they've messed around with. And of course, as secret information here, you'll find certain information about them. So there's certain things you might know, you might not know, but you might know their date of birth, you might know some of the stuff which is a secret to you. And if you happen to be playing this, maybe you want to pick that person. And it'll be something like, you can lie, you can't lie. There are certain things about where you are, and you're trying to obviously work together over the course of those 4 rounds to come up with something. Now it does say 2 to 3 hours. I think it's absolutely spot on. It took us 2.5 hours, and that was really happy to obviously get that right spot on. In terms of this, take a picture of you in the back of this card and share your experience on social media. Well, I'll just pop that in there. But yes, you're going to go through this deck of cards, and the way it's going to work is firstly, obviously, you're going to hand out your cards. Again, in an 8-player game, there is going to be one character that you're not going to be playing with, and then you're going to go around, and certain things you are going to go around in certain orders. Now, when you do have your player profile, so when you are picking who you're going to be, there are certain things that's going to occur. So in this instance, it's going to tell you various things. If you're playing with 7, you're playing with certain things, certain characters. So choose whoever you want to be or do it random. And then in this instance, certain clues are going to be handed out in certain order. So card 14, or whatever it might be, is going to be taken out. But in card 15 is going to go to Mitch, 16 to Z Healy, etc. Aside from that, what you're also going to be doing is obviously once you're saying who everyone is, you're going to have your name next to you. So here's my name badge, and you can prop it up. So everyone's going to say, all right, you're Don Prince, and you represent someone from a certain place. You have Inca Grant here, and everybody's from obviously this location. So various players in this game, and you're going to have security guards. You have various people: the plumber, the cleaner, someone who runs the events, people who are attending, and you're going to be going around, and you're going to go through those 4 rounds, and with each round, you're going, oh, we've revealed something. And then we're going to move on to, again, round 2 clues, round 3 clues, round 4 clues. You're then going to see, obviously, what you think. Go around in order and say, well, maybe flirting with this person. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Write it down, whatever you want to do, and then come back. Now, there's one place where you have to examine a place, and there's a slight misunderstanding, I guess, in the translation to English, whereby they write, set these cards up in a line, when in fact, and you'll see which one I mean, the cards should not be set up in a line. They should be set up in a 3x3. So it is something to be aware of. As for anyone who wins or loses, it's basically if you correctly guess the baddie, or whatever that might be, then you are the winner. If you are a baddie, there's no winning for you, just to let you know. So if you're a baddie, then you're not going to take any kind of special prize, let's say. Now, what do I think of the game? So I very much enjoyed it. I was laughing a lot. I got very much into character in this role-playing game. I was welling up. My eyes were welling up because I was getting so into the game, into my character when I was, really saying, oh no, this person wasn't nice to me or whatever it might be. And I took that very seriously. I thought it was very nice. Of course, the solution is going to go at the very bottom of that box, so no one spots anything. And if you're into RPGs and you're into board games and you're interested in playing at a convention, then this is definitely something you want to check out. Again, you need to really enjoy those player counts. I mentioned before in this other video that we've got obviously things like Cosmos is Couscous and Amigo here is Colgo and Abacuspila is Calculi Games, very similar. And those other ones you might recommend, like Rio Grande is Mississippi Games, very clever. Hans und Gluck is Schwalbe Ganab, or something like that, which to do with, it looks like, well, they cut it off, but Pig Happy, or something like that. So, or Pig exactly. Very interesting. What do other people think about it? Well, they very much enjoy it. They've really got into it. As with everything, if they don't like the final solution, like, oh, that let it down a little bit or whatever. And I completely understand where they're coming from. I'm not saying there's a twist or anything, but I think people maybe have expected more. I've seen other people reviewing and saying, oh, it's just like another RPG, but was this meant to be standing out? I mean, the fact is that you've got a murder mystery. It's exactly what it says. It doesn't say it's innovative. It doesn't say anything other than that. It just tells you it's a murder mystery and it's happening at a game fair. And if that's the kind of stuff that you're interested in, this is the kind of thing you want to be checking out. So I just want to check or put it away the same right way as well. It is a one-shot. I definitely cannot play this again. I could be lending it out there and people could try to play it that way. But I do think it's very clever, obviously, idea. And if you are interested, again, if you want to see more stuff, if I happen to get more RPGs, hit the subscribe button, the share button if you haven't done so already, and that notification bell, and the like button. And yeah, check out those other playlists in this 4K video, daily videos for the last 3 years, and more on their way. This is also going to pick the Spieler playlist as well. Well, that's all for now, Murder Mystery Solvers. Back to the table.